Hey guys, Chris Grenier here. I'm gonna be reviewing the CAPiTA Navigator. I rode the 161 in powder all winter and it was a great time. Now before we get into the review, I kind of want to explain why I'm doing a review. And that's because when I switched over to riding CAPiTA boards a little over a year ago, I got so many messages. What board should I get? Which ones are you liking? What's your favorite CAPiTA board? So, you know, with all those messages coming in, I figured I'm testing all these boards out. I'm gonna do my best to give you guys some authentic feedback about what I like and the CAPiTA boards that I'm enjoying. So this one really surprised me. It's a 161, so it's pretty big, but the thing that I like about it is it airs on the softer side of things from what I'm used to riding. Normally we'd be riding a stiff 161 that's like a plank, right? Where this thing, it says medium on the website as far as the flex, but I would say it's a little bit more like medium soft. And so what that allows you to do is ride a bigger board, but it's more playful. So if you're riding a big stiff board, it's hard, you know, to get the board to go steep on an ollie. You know, it almost feels like the board's riding you because it just wants to track and torpedo in a straight line and it doesn't flex and it's stiff. Whereas when you size up, but it's soft, you still can get the board steep. You can still wheelie through the chop. You can still snap off your tail. It still feels playful. And it's also stable at the same time. And this is also a directional board, meaning it's kind of meant to be ridden one way. It's not gonna be doing great switch and powder. You know what I mean? It's a directional board. So to give you guys some stats, I'm 6 foot. I'm 180 to 185 pounds, depending on the day. I got a size 10 foot. I ride a 21-inch stance. Basically, this thing has been great as far as the 161. I would actually even go as far as riding a 164 because I think that might be even better for me, because this thing, where it really kind of lacks for when you're really trying to get after it and fly off a big cliff or jump a step down, it's so soft that you might even wheelie back over. You know what I mean? It's great for ripping pow turns. You're gonna float with this thing. You're gonna stay on top of the snow. The tail's diving in and the nose is floating, and you know, you ever do a long powder day and your back leg is just burning? Well, I mean, because you're fighting to keep your nose up. Like this thing, you don't even have to fight to keep the nose up. It just stays on top of the snow. So I'll get into some of the nerdy stuff for you guys too. So basically, it's got the Alpine V1 camber. What does that mean? Well, it's basically got camber between the bindings. Then you got reverse on the nose, which is gonna be a little bit softer, help the nose float. It's gonna keep the nose from diving. It's gonna make the snowboard a little bit more playful. Then underneath here, around by the back binding, you got your zero camber, which is kind of in between reverse camber, rocker, and it kind of makes a nice arc of like stiff, less stiff, soft into your tail. So the tail's gonna be stiffer than the nose, which means when you ollie off your tail, it's gonna hold. The nose is designed for floating. The tail is designed for wheeling through the chop and having weight on it and being able to still snap and ollie. You know, the things that I liked about this board is its float, its flex, its snap. It was really playful, really torsionally soft. You can maneuver it and put it wherever you want, and it really just performs well on a powder day. On a powder day, this is the board I'm grabbing. I don't have to think about another board. It's got the cork dampening system on it, on the top sheet. And you know, if I'm gonna be honest with you, they say that helps absorb chop. I don't know. I didn't really notice. Maybe it's gimmicky, but it looks cool. I like the way it looks. The things where it doesn't do well, simple, is just riding switch. You know, it's a directional board. So if you're riding switch, it just doesn't want to float. Can you start off switch and like do a 180 off of a cliff and land? Sure. I'm not gonna do a frontside 540 and land switch hauling the mail on this thing because I'm probably gonna tomahawk violently. Okay, and also groomers. Let's talk about groomers. So for carving, the Sidecut to me felt like a very mellow radius that was really predictable. It didn't feel sharp where it's hooky and just wanting to kind of slice and kind of take you for a ride. It was smooth, slow, arcing carves. I ripped a ton of groomers on it and it's great. It turns great. It's great for kind of faster, longer turns, smooth edge, very predictable. Not the tight radius wiggles that you're looking for. It's not great for that. But all in all, very happy with how it carved, very happy with how it performed on hardpack, and then just can't say enough good things about riding this thing in powder. If it's a powder day, I'm taking a Navigator. It's simple as that. Not a great board for me in terms of riding park, not a great board for hitting rails. Who's it for? The powder hound, really. You know, the person that wants to go wiggle and whack a couple pow turns and carve on hard pack, that's who it's for. That's pretty much my review of the CAPiTA Navigator 161. Okay, again, and I am also supported by CAPiTA. So this is a review with a degree of bias, but I'm really just here to give you my authentic feedback because I think it might benefit some people that are looking to purchase a snowboard, and I really like this one. So if you want to check out CAPiTA, you can see their website, or you can buy it from your local snowboard shop. And again, we have the Bomb Hole podcast where we talk about all things snowboarding, if you guys want to check that out. And so yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for checking out my review, and I hope you guys have a great winter.